Hello everyone, welcome back to MuleSoft with Azure integration series. In this video, we are going to talk about Azure Data Storage. Okay, the most important concept. Okay, Azure Data Storage. So mainly, Azure Data Storage contains containers, file shares, queues, and tables. You may have confusion like, okay, when to use containers, when to use files, when to use tables and queues. Okay, today I'm going to give you an idea about these four. Okay, these four things. So where we can see this Azure Data Storage, okay, just log in into portal.azure.com. If you click on this menu, okay, if you click on this menu, here we can see storage accounts. Click on any storage account, okay, click on any storage account. So if you observe here, data storage. If you observe here, data storage. See how to navigate for this Azure Data Storage. Go to menu and click on storage accounts. So here we can see containers, file shares, queues, and tables. These are the four options. Okay. Now, so what is containers here? So container is nothing but, so here it's a blob storage. You may heard about blob. Okay. What is blob? Blob is nothing but binary large objects. Okay. Binary large objects. So what we can store here? So once you create container, so here you can store files data. Here you can store files data, images, audio, and video. Okay. So any large files, okay, any kind of large files. So what you can do, you can store it in a containers. So that is called blob. I'll explain you how to create containers and how to integrate with MuleSoft also. Okay, first try to understand what is containers, what is file shares, what is queues, and what is tables. So by using containers is nothing but blobs, blob here. So in this blob, you can store large amount of data. So if you want to store unstructured data, you can store it. If you want to store files, images, audio, video, okay? So these kind of things, you can store it here. Next, what is file share? So file share is nothing but, so how we do have directories in our computer like C drive or D drive. So inside this, we can create a directory. We can create directory. So here you can store files. So here you can store files. See the normal file storage, the max is 5 TB here. So 5 TB. So if we have any simple files, okay, so the data is very less, okay, then you can go with file shares. So if we have any files, any large files, any unstructured data, then you can go with containers or blobs, images or audio files. If you want to store it, okay, then we'll use containers. If it is a normal file, okay, normal flat files, then we'll choose file shares option. Next, what is queue here? See, queues are nothing but, it's like, you know already MQs, it's like messaging queues, right? Okay, we have already learned about MQs. So if you want to see what is MQ, then you can go to our channel and you can type ViTech Talks MQs. Okay. But here, so what Azure queue will do? Okay. It's a messaging queue service. It will allow decoupling of components. It's like there is a system A and there is a system B. Okay. It's a system A and system B. See, I want to process the messages in an asynchronous way. So here it is a queue. You can call it as, okay, MQ. Okay, I'll keep it as MQ here. Let me delete this. Let's keep it as MQ. So what A system will do? So A is keep on sending the messages to MQ. MQ, okay, from MQ, B system is keep on reading. Okay. So it will work as like a middleware. Okay, middleware here. So A is keep on sending the messages to Q and B is going to read the messages from there. Okay, B is going to read the messages from there. So if you want to enable the communication between two different systems, okay, then we can go with queues. See, what is tables here? So tables are nothing but in a Azure Data Storage. So here, if you want to store any NoSQL database, see, we do have SQL and NoSQL. So SQL. So what is the difference between SQL and NoSQL? So it's a structured query language. Okay. So if we go with SQL, normally we do have table. Table contains columns and rows. So that is called SQL. If we talk about NoSQL, okay. So here, so everything will be in a document format. Document. So what is document here? Document format. Okay, document format. So document format is nothing but it's like a JSON format. So JSON. The JSON. So we are going to call it as document. So here we can store it as semi-structured data. See, here we are going to store structured data. Okay, this is called SQL. Okay, structured data. So here we are going to store semi-structured data. Okay, again, I'm going to revise. Okay, containers. Containers are nothing but it's like a blob. So there we are going to store large files, any large files and images, audio and video and unstructured data. We are going to store unstructured data. Next, file shares. It's like it will work as a normal directory. There you can store it as 5 TB. Then there's a queue. Okay. If you want to interact between multiple systems, okay. So what we are going to do? So without introversion, so without using any web services. So what we can do is we can place all the messages into MQ. From MQ, so here, if there are multiple systems, they can read it out. Okay, they can read it. Next, tables. So here we can store semi-structured data. It's like NoSQL database. Okay, that's about theory of this. Next, we will see how to use it in our MuleSoft project. So if you go to search, okay, search in Exchange. So if you type Azure, if I type Azure, here you can see Microsoft Azure Storage Connector, correct? Storage connector. So if you add this one as a dependency, you can able to see this kind of connectors. So here mainly, okay, that is depends on your organization and what is the requirement, okay? Either you need to use file share or you need to use file containers or MQs or tables, okay? But here, in order to use, okay, let me clear. So if you want to use container, here you can create a container. See, there is an option, create container, create directory, create queues, create share, create table also there, okay? See, if you want to create, so what you can do, just you can drag this one, okay? Suppose I want to create a container, just drag this container, sorry, drag this connector. So here you need to configure the values, okay? Then you have to provide, your container name here, okay? Suppose I want to create a test container, then you can create it, okay? The same way we do have directory, queues, share, and tables. In the same way, we can do delete the blob, delete the container, delete directory, okay, delete files, delete queues, okay. So that is what you can do. Suppose there is a data, you want to read it from MQs, okay. So we do have an option called DQ messages and DQ messages. So the same way, if you want to store the data into blob, we do have multiple options like upload blob, upload file and directory, okay. Upload blob from the path, okay. This is directory for file shares, okay. So there are many options, okay. There are many options. Just practice the same. Just practice the same. Let's go to portal, Azure portal. See here, if you want to create manually, see you can do create, okay. So I want to create test, okay. I'll create ViTech test one. So you can create the container here. So here, if you want to store any data, just do upload. If you want to do it in manually, okay, without using MuleSoft, so we can do like this, okay. We can do, I'll go to pictures, okay. There are some screenshots, okay. I'm going to upload this. See the same file you can do upload. If you want to upload any audio or video, so those kind of things also you can upload here. The same way we do have file shares here. So if you want to create file share, okay, test, okay, test, okay, I'm going to keep it as test. Click on next, and create. Now we can go here. So you can create file share. Inside this, see if you observe here, the maximum capacity is 5 TB. Okay. So if you want to upload any kind of data, but here it won't support any images and all. But if you want to upload normal files data, then you can do this. Okay. But these things and all, you have to do it via AnyPoint Studio by using connectors. Okay. For testing purpose, I'm doing in a manually. Next, the same way we do have queues. You can create queues. Test one. If you want to add messages, or you want to add a message from hi, okay. See hi. I want to add another message. See, these are the messages. It will come from source systems. From here, we are going to read the data and we'll process into another system. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Next, the same way we do have tables. Okay, there we are going to store NoSQL. Okay, NoSQL. It's like semi-structured data we are going to store. It's loading. See, here we do have table option. So you can create the table and you can store the data. Okay, by using these connectors. Okay, by using these connectors, we can do that. So here we do have one option like, okay, we are storing the data, but how to view that data? Okay, so you may get a question like this. Okay, then what you need to do, you can go to storage browser option. See the name itself, it is there, browse the data. See here, blob containers. Okay, how many containers are there? How many file shares are available? How many tables are there? How many queues are there? Okay, so this everything you can see it here. But I want to see blob containers data. Okay, just click this one. Okay, if you want download, you can download it here. Okay, you can download. See, it is downloaded. So here you can see the data. See, this is what we have stored. Okay, is there any content? Is there any content that is available? So inside this, you can create the directories also. If you want to add any directory, you can add the directories here. Okay. So like this, it will work. So if you have test data, okay, we do have data. So if you want to view this, let me check here. So here it will come. There are 3 buttons over there. Okay. Okay, here itself, suppose, yes. So here itself, I want to see the data from this container. So what you can do, just select this one, go to this 3 dots here, click on view or edit. See, we can able to view the data. Okay. If you want to download, then you can go to that option, storage browser. The same way we can see what is there in a queues. Okay. The same thing. See, hi and hello. The tables data. Suppose you want to view. Okay. There is no partition key and row key as of now. Okay. There is no data here. So these are the things we can perform. Okay. Just try to practice. Okay. Just try to practice by using these connectors. So you can create your own use cases. Okay. You can create your own use case. Select the data from Snowflake and keep it into containers or queues or file shares and tables. Okay. At the same time, you want to store all the things. Okay. Like that, you can create the use case and you can try that. If we are facing any issues, please do comment in a comment section so that I'll assist you. Yeah. That's it for today. Thanks for watching this. Happy learning.